Hello and welcome to this next video, number 6 in the series, Bush Airfields in Microsoft Flight Simulator. Don't forget to look also at my other series, World War II Airfields and Golden Oldie Airfields in Microsoft Flight Simulator. This time we look at the southwest of the South Island of New Zealand, one of the most spectacular locations in the world. The southwest of the South Island includes a World Heritage Area with magnificent lakes and fjords and glaciers and snow-peaked mountains up to just over 3,700 metres or 12,200 feet, Mount Cook being the highest. It's a real tourist mecca with national parks and all sorts of activities available all year round, including snow skiing, water sports, jet boats, cable cars and lots more. Queenstown is a centre of activity, although not the largest town on the South Island. Nearby to Queenstown is Wanaka, with its internationally famous Warbirds over Wanaka air show every 2 years. Also nearby is world-renowned Milford Sound, a truly awe-inspiring location which we'll visit. And who doesn't know that because of the dramatic landscape of the South Island, the Lord of the Rings trilogy and the Chronicles of Narnia and other movies were filmed there. Here's our flight plan for this trip. Start at Queenstown at the bottom and end at Neil's Beach at the top. We'll take the Cessna 172 and you really need to download all the available freeware scenery from flightsim.to, especially for Quinton Lodge and Milford Sound. I'm also using Payware New Zealand mesh from Orbex. It's very cheap. Taking off to the west from runway 23 at NZQN Queenstown. Airspeed's alive. Rotate at 55 to 60 knots. Nice view of the airport terminal on the left. Flaps up at about 300 feet above ground level. There's a nice view of Lake Wakatipu and Queenstown on the right. Coming up off the right wing, you can see the cable car up Mount Ben Lomond. And the centre of Queensland life is a rectangular harbour down there under the aircraft. Now off to Walter Peak, a very popular tourist spot directly ahead for our first bush trip. Some more lovely views of the lake and mountains. Flaps down, power back. You can see Walter Peak Farmhouse and Gardens down there off the nose of the aircraft. The airstrip is actually behind the hill. It's not that paddock directly ahead at the moment. We'll do a touch and go here. There's the strip coming up, that green patch going off to the right. There's an aircraft inconveniently parked at the threshold. touchdown, full power, flaps up, and away we go. Next is Mount Nicholas airstrip. It's in the green field with the white spot in the middle, just off the left wing. I'll leave you to do a touch and go here. Beautiful view of the lake. I actually took a flying lesson here on one of my trips to New Zealand from Australia, and it was great. It took me a while though to get used to the lack of an horizon because of the high mountains all around. Next is NZGY, Glenorchy airstrip. Again, I'll leave you to do a touch and go here. There it is now, coming up just ahead of the nose of the aircraft. Next we have Precipe or Precipe Creek airstrip, just coming up under the nose of the aircraft. You can do your own touch and go here as well. If I did them all, the video would never finish. Now turning to the west, we have to climb to over 6,000 feet to get over those mountains. Lovely view of the lake there to the left. Climbing, 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 climbing. Wasn't sure I was going to make it, so I lowered flaps one stage to increase the angle of climb. That did the trick. And there's a dramatic fall down to the valley as we just make it over the ridge. Beautiful scenery, whichever way you look. And next is spectacular Quinton Lodge airstrip. And you'll just see the buildings for the airstrip just disappearing under the left elevator now at the rear of the aircraft. It's down very low in the valley and it's in like a bowl, so you have to land down one side of the bowl and stop before you run up the other side of the bowl, as you'll see in a moment. There's a great high lake ahead. You must absolutely get the Butte freeware for this airstrip. Coming in now really low and slow, always a dangerous position to be in. Down the side of the bowl, no go-arounds here. Got to stop very quickly or else you'll end up like that guy on the right. A quick turnaround because you can't do touch and goes here. And and I'll pretend that I got out of the aircraft to push it back. Good pilots use every scrap of runway they can, especially when it's short like this one. There's that crashed aircraft with people unloading all their luggage. Taking off now, flaps down one stage for short field takeoff, full power. Keep a bit to the right when rolling because there's a left-hand turn as soon as you take off to miss the hill and the trees. And now off to spectacular world-renowned Milford Sound. Again, you absolutely must get the freeware scenery for this airstrip. And here is the Sound in all its glory. I'll overfly, but you should really do a full stop landing here and have a look around. Unbelievable location. Turning to the northwest to head out of the Sound towards home in Australia. There's some lovely views. That's the valley we came from. And that's the airstrip behind. Turning out of the Sound now to follow the coast northeast. There's a rear view of the entrance to the Sound to the left of the cruise ship. Coming up now to Martins Bay Airstrip, where again I'll let you do your own touch and go. The strip is directly ahead of the aircraft, as you can see, and there's another strip just to the left, but I've forgotten its name, but most of the cabins are at the river end of Martins Bay Airstrip. Big Bay Beach Airstrip coming up now. I love this spot, so I'll do a touch and go. Aiming to land on the beach shore where it gets a little wider. Coming in a bit fast, but the sand will slow us down quickly. But on the other hand, the sand will also be a drag when taking off, so we need plenty of takeoff length. Flaps down, power back. Touchdown, full power, flaps up. Nice rear view of the beach, and now off to George River. And there's George River ahead on the shoreline, just ahead of the nose of the aircraft now. You can do your own touch and go here. Coming up now to a really short strip at Cascade Point. I must do my own touch and go here because of the challenge. Let us know in the comments how you went. Maybe some pictures if you crashed. Coming in real low and slow. Flaps all the way down. Watch out for the little hump at the threshold. Don't say I didn't warn you. Power back. There's that little hump just over it. Touchdown, full power, straight away. Flaps up, and off we go to our final destination at Neil's Beach. Nice rear view of Cascade Point there. And there's Neil's Beach airstrip. Pretty straightforward but short, so be prepared. I'll do the bump pre-landing checks, as we call them in Australia. That is B for brakes working, U for undercarriage is down, of course, on this aircraft, M for mixture set rich, F for fuel switch on and fuel indicating adequate, and H for hatches and harnesses all secure. We'll do a full stop landing here, assuming I can see exactly where the runway is. Flaps down. Power back. Still coming a little fast. I should probably do a go around, but I think I'll be okay. I'll put it down rather hard and brake hard as well. There we go, all safe and sound. Well, that's it. I hope you enjoyed all that, and please consider liking and subscribing for weekly videos. Cheers for now.